In a time long ago, when kingdoms rose and fell by the sword, a young boy named David stood on the edge of history, unaware that one decision, one act of courage, would change the course of a nation. The people around him saw only his youth, his size, and his inexperience. But sometimes, the smallest among us carry the greatest potential. David's story is not just about a boy and a giant. It is about courage, faith, wisdom, and the extraordinary power of one choice. The kingdom was at war. The Philistines, fierce and relentless, had challenged Israel with a champion unlike any other. Goliath, towering over his opponents, armored from head to toe, and armed with weapons that struck fear into the hearts of seasoned warriors. Goliath appeared invincible. Every day, he would stride into the valley and taunt the armies of Israel, mocking their leaders, belittling their courage, and daring anyone to challenge him. For 40 days, the people of Israel watched in fear, frozen by the enormity of the threat. Unable to act, David was sent by his father to bring food to his older brothers, who were soldiers in the army. When he arrived at the battlefield, he heard Goliath's taunts and saw the terror that gripped the army. Something stirred inside him, a combination of indignation, faith, and resolve. This was not just a boy's rebellion. It was a spark of courage ignited by the knowledge that fear cannot outweigh purpose. He asked the soldiers around him why no one would face the giant, and the answer made him realize that waiting for others to act would change nothing. If something had to be done, it would fall to those willing to act, despite the odds. King Saul doubted David's ability. He offered the boy armor and weapons, but David refused. He could not fight like others. He could only fight as himself, armed with his faith, his skill, and his determination. With 5 smooth stones picked from a stream and his sling in hand, he stepped into the valley, facing a giant who seemed unbeatable. To onlookers, it was madness. To David, it was a test, a moment of destiny that would define not only his life but the fate of his people. The hidden lessons in David's story are timeless. It reminds us that giants' problems, fears, or overwhelming challenges will always appear larger than they truly are. They will intimidate, taunt, and delay action. But with preparation, insight, and the willingness to act, even the smallest among us can achieve the extraordinary. It is a reminder that reliance on one's faith and skills, rather than on external expectations, often leads to success. Moreover, the story emphasizes the power of vision and persistence. David did not wait for the perfect moment, nor for someone else to act. He understood that the opportunity to change history could be fleeting. Giants rarely announce their weaknesses. The lesson is clear. Life will present challenges that seem insurmountable, but hesitation can be costlier than action. The courage to step forward, armed with preparation and principle, is what separates triumph from failure. After Goliath's fall, David's reputation grew, not because of luck, but because of his consistent faith, discipline, and readiness. He went on to become a king, a leader, and a symbol of justice, demonstrating that the choices of today shape the outcomes of tomorrow. His journey shows that one act, one decision to confront a seemingly impossible challenge, can influence not just personal destiny, but the destiny of entire communities. David's story also teaches humility and trust. Though he faced a giant, his success was not rooted solely in his physical ability, but in his trust in what was greater than himself and in his understanding of his purpose. It reminds us that faith, combined with preparation and courage, produces results that seem miraculous to the unprepared eye. Giants are often beaten not by strength alone, but by wisdom, strategy, and the willingness to face them when others falter. For modern audiences, this tale resonates deeply. Life presents challenges that appear impossible, obstacles that intimidate, and fears that paralyze. Yet the story of David and Goliath reminds us that greatness is not determined by size, wealth, or experience, but by the decisions we make, the courage we summon, and the trust we place in ourselves and in the greater plan of life. Every challenge carries the potential to define us, to teach us, and to elevate us to heights we never imagined. The story concludes with a universal truth: courage, preparation, and faith can overcome even the largest obstacles. Fear is temporary. Action is lasting. Giants may seem invincible, but they can fall when confronted with determination, skill, and insight. David's victory is not just a moment of triumph in history, it is a mirror for anyone facing daunting challenges today. It teaches that with clarity, focus, and courage, even the smallest can change the course of events, influence generations, and leave a legacy that endures. This narrative urges reflection. What giants are you facing in your life? Are you waiting for someone else to act, or are you willing to step forward and confront the challenge yourself? Are you preparing, practicing, and building the skills you need, or relying on chance and hope? The story of David and Goliath shows that opportunity favors the prepared, that courage outshines fear, and that one decision can alter everything. Giants fall to those who have the vision, the heart, and the courage to strike when the moment arrives. David's journey from shepherd boy to victorious hero is timeless because it mirrors the struggles and victories in every human life. It is a story of hope, of action, and of the extraordinary power of one courageous choice. It reminds us that obstacles are not roadblocks, they are invitations to rise, to act, and to realize the potential that lies within. The battlefield may be daunting, the odds may be stacked, and the world may seem indifferent, but with courage, preparation, and insight, even the smallest can triumph over the mightiest, leaving a mark that endures forever. Asterisk.